Why they are not implementing? Why they are not respecting our tripartite
agreement?
Yeah. So I think there may be some.
It may break.
Yeah, there may be some changes of idea.
তাহলে কি আপনারা কি একা লড়বেন পঞ্চায়েত?
এটা এখন আমরা বলবো না, দেখি সময় তো।
Are you getting ready to fight single identity?
We will be happier
For what?
for separate fight.
Separate. And
যেহেতু আপনারা
not be a part of the government?
No, it may be, but party is different, na.
Party is different, but you
So
are in the government now.
yeah, there may be if they don't function.
Are not happy with their
Very much,
departments.
we know it. Therefore, I think we cannot just remove our identity of regional party.
You cannot remove.
Yeah, we are all mentioning that we want to stick to our regional party identity.
Is the type of threat, can you consider it to the state government?
We don't know it. It is their matter. You can ask them.
They will
No,
decide.
from your side,
From our separately.
separately.
এই বিষয় নিয়ে কি আপনাদের সাথে কথা হয়েছে সম্মান?
No,
But you are not happy with the tripartite agreement. How?
no, because Home Ministry has to organize to see at least first meeting. They are not doing it.
So they are not serious that way?
It appears you can just ask
They're taking
them.
time. They're taking time. So we are observing.
All right, now I'm being joined live with my colleague Pinaki Das from Agartala. So Pinaki, is the Motha clearly indicating that it may not mind cutting off ties with the BJP? Is the accord implementation is not expedited? Pinaki?
See, Priya, right from the beginning, the Motha chief or the Supreme Pradyut Kishore was insisting on they will wait for some time for timely, time-bound implementation of the tripartite agreement, which took place in presence of the Union Home Minister, none other than Amit Shah. So they were waiting for that, and they had given time for the parliamentary election, and after that, now they have come for their demand for immediately implementation of the tripartite agreement, and which is very vital for the political existence of this party, because they had come into power with this demand for separate state, which later they had scaled down, and they said we are ready to agree with the central government's policy of more development and political power, financial power to the indigenous people through this agreement, and they are waiting for that. But now, since the elections results were declared, Pradyut Kishore Debbarma had gone to Delhi. He, after the election results, he said he would like the way the understanding or the MOU was signed, that should be expedited, and immediately things should start rolling. But it seems that what they were expecting, that had not happened, and that is why they are now raising this issue, and with the coming election, particularly the panchayat election, they want that, along with that, the TTADC election also to take place, and which largely depends, it seems, on the state government. So they are waiting for these two things, and on that, the future of the alliance, NDA alliance, in which the Tipra Motha from the opposition had become a partner in the NDA alliance, and with two ministers in the cabinet, that will depend. So they are indirectly or directly trying to give a threat to the government. These are our demands, fulfill it, and we have been waiting, and if it is not done, perhaps we have to think for the second time whether to continue this alliance. Pooja.
So Pinaki, it is almost certain that the Motha would go alone in the panchayat polls?
No, there's nothing certain in politics. There's nothing, the last word, because it will depend. The chief minister is also now in New Delhi, and he had met the senior leaders of BJP, and today he also met the prime minister. So we have to wait and see what is the further development of the agreement, because see, all of these are things which take little time. It cannot be said over 2 months or 3 months time everything will be implemented, but the expectation in which the things were supposed to move, that perhaps has been not what they were expecting. So that is where the differences have come. Since the election is in next month, and also the village council election, which is pending for more than 2.5 years, and two of the TTSC constituency, particularly of Ranjit Dev Burma and Animesh Dev Burma, a minister now. So those are also vacant. So the poll in those two seats are also by-election supposed to take place. So that is where the differences are starting from. But now, since the Prime Ministers, with the Prime Minister, the Chief Minister, Dr. Manik Shah had met, perhaps there may be some development, but we have to wait for that. But things are not as they had wanted it to happen. So because they have to face the voters, particularly the people in the remote areas, the indigenous people, with the commitment they came, and they had given support to the BJP in the last election on this commitment. There is the difference, because Tipra Motha's fighting in the non-tribal vote is one of the major factor for which helped BJP to return back to power, for which Tipra Motha is always facing the criticism from the opposition. So they had to face a lot of criticism, and now with the pressure on them, particularly from the indigenous people who have voted them, so they are also have to face those. So that is why they are trying to create the pressure on the BJP. Perhaps this is the pressure technique through which they want to fulfill their demands.
So, Pinaki, what could be the BJP's possible reaction now? Will the state unit reach out to Motha?
See, talks takes place at various levels, because Animesh Dev Burma and Vishwaketu are ministers in this cabinet. They may play a vital role. Animesh was one of the top leaders in the this Tipra Motha party, and now he is a minister in this cabinet. Moreover, there may be at Delhi also there may be talks between the Tipra Motha Supremo, but the Tipra Motha Supremo Pradyut Kishore, in his social media also, he has hinted towards that he is not satisfied the way things are happening, or what they had expected that had not happened. So at different levels talks may take place, but unlikely that the local BJP will directly leaders will talk with the Tipra Motha. It will be at a little upper level, it seems, because of the fact, because the Home Minister himself is involved in this tripartite agreement. So it will be at the central level, and that the central government only can help in getting these things fulfilled. But for the election, particularly of the village council to take place with the panchayat election, perhaps in the first week or in the month of August, there is a possibility which may be resolved at the local level. But the signing of the agreement and it getting materialized, that totally depend on the central government, because those there are a lot of financial involvement in those agreement, I believe, which Tipra Motha would like to get for the development of the indigenous people. So there are at different level, and it seems the more will depend on the central government.
Right, Pinaki Das, thank you so much for all those details.
News to keep you ahead. Evening Prime, every day at 7 p.m.
ICFA University, Tripura.
RCF,
ডালমিয়া সিমেন্ট হল RCF এক্সপার্ট অর্থাৎ রুফ কলম আৰু ফাউন্ডেশন এক্সপার্ট ডালমিয়া সিমেন্ট RCF স্ট্রং মানে ঘর স্ট্রং
Pride East Entertainment's Private Limited presents Northeast Diva 2024. This time, create your legacy. Be the next Northeast Diva. Apply online at www.northeastdiva.com.
Now on to a big update regarding the Arunachal ragging story. 5 11th standard students who have been found guilty of the horrific ragging case at the Jawahar Navodaya Vidyalaya School, Bordamsa, in eastern Arunachal's Changlang district have been rusticated from the institution. This was informed by Ranjan, the principal of the school. Accordingly, the 5 students who were earlier suspended by the school authorities for their active involvement in the ragging case have been issued transfer certificates. According to officials, these 5 students will not be able to pursue their studies in the future at the school. Ranjan also informed that the school authorities had instructed the anti-ragging committee of the school to carry out a detailed and exhaustive investigation into the entire ragging episode in order to fix responsibilities. On the other hand, guardians of the affected 8 standard students withdrew the FIR, which they had lodged at the Bordamsa police station following the rustication of the students. Noteworthy is that JNV Bordamsa was shaken when a horrific case of ragging came to light. A total of 15 8th standard students were injured in the incident perpetrated by 11 standard students at the institute. The incident took place at around 2 p.m. on Tuesday after school was over and the students had gone for lunch. The boarding school has 530 students and 18 teachers. Meanwhile, in a big development in the case, the Arunachal Pradesh State Human Rights Commission has taken serious cognizance of the whole issue. The commission has registered a suo motu case in relation to the incident and has issued notices to the Chief Secretary of Arunachal Pradesh and the Superintendent of Police Changlang, instructing them to file action, take in reports within 15 days. Our colleague Ripunjoy Das had a conversation with APSHRC member Bamang Tago on the matter. Let's listen in now.
Right now, we have with us Mr. Bamang Tago, who is a member of the Arunachal Pradesh State Human Rights Commission. Mr. Tago, welcome to Northeast Live. Mr. Tago, we believe that your commission has issued a notices to the Chief Secretary of Arunachal Pradesh government and also the SP Changlang related to the ragging incident at JNV Bordumsa. So, what details can you share on this?
Yes, you are correct. We have also seen, based on the social media report, and we have taken, commission has taken cognizance of the matter, and we have registered a case yesterday, and accordingly we have served a notice to the concerned authorities, and including the SP of the concerned district and Chief Secretary to submit the detailed reports of the incident.
So you will be waiting for the report. So what is any time frame have you set for the report?
Yes, we have taken it very seriously because the ragging is an abuse of human rights. So we are given a notice for submission of the report within 15 days.
So within 15 days time. And what is your general observation about this incident? We have the visuals of how horrific it was, how physically and mentally students of very tender age were tortured. So you might have also gone through the visuals. So what is your opinion on this?
Yeah, no, that is very unfortunate and incident unprecedented. That is why we take it very seriously. It should not happen because there is a clear-cut Supreme Court schemes and guidelines, and also the recommendations of Mr. R.K. Ragante's Committee on Begging in 2009. So now there should not be any incident in the university, in any school institution. Those institutions, whether it's government or private, they should maintain the SOS. So we'll see what has happened. We'll see the report. Then we will make our recommendation to the concerned authority accordingly.
So 5 11th standard students who have been found guilty of the horrific ragging case at the Jawahar Navodaya Vidyalaya School, Bodimsa in eastern Arunachal Changlang district had been rusticated from the institution. This was informed by Rajiv Ranjan, the principal of the school. Accordingly, the 5 students who were earlier suspended by the school authorities for their active involvement in the ragging case have been issued transfer certificates. All right, now I'm being joined live with my colleague Ripunjoy Das. So, Ripunjoy, so 5 11 standard students, they have been already rusticated, and now the APSHRS, they are seeking action on the JNU ragging incident. So, what more updates you have with you, Ripunjoy?
Hello.
All right, so we have lost our connection with Ripunjoy Das. So, yes, Ripunjoy, can you hear me now?
Hello.
All right, we will try and connect to Ripunjoy Das once again. So, big update coming in from Arunachal Pradesh viewers. So, 5. All right, I'm again being joined with Ripunjoy Das. So, Ripunjoy, 5 11 standard, they have been already rusticated from the school, and now the APSHRC, they are seeking action in the JNU ragging incident. So, what more details do you have with you, Ripunjoy?
Yes, Priya, definitely. See, even as the school authorities tried to downplay the incident, the Arunachal Pradesh State Human Rights Commission, in fact, has taken due cognizance, and they have also registered a suo motu case. That is quite important, Priya, because, see, this is a case of, we have been maintaining that this is a case of horrific ragging episode which has taken place in a school upon very teenage students. So the crime is very much big in nature, but the school authorities tried to, first of all, they tried to put the matter under the carpet in a hush-hush way, and next they tried to downplay the issue, but finally, due to pressure being exerted from various quarters, including the media, they had to finally take some action, some decisive action they have taken, and rusticated 5 of the students from the campuses and also issued transfer certificates to them. Now, Priya, this has become a big issue now, because issuing of notices and calling for action taken report from the part of the Chief Secretary, who is the highest post in the state's administrative setup, if we are to talk about in the bureaucracy. It's a big thing. And also simultaneously asking for a report, that too within a time frame of 15 days from the head of the police of the district. This is the SP of the district, Changlang, is also a big issue now. Now the authorities will be compelled to carry out a detailed investigation into the entire episode. What led to the episode? We have been maintaining, Priya, that this is a pre-planned ragging episode, not a simple one-off case, as has been as the school authorities, particularly the principal, Mr. Rajiv Ranjan, tried to make it out. But now they will be compelled to carry out a detailed investigation, since the human rights community, you have heard from the member, Mr. Bamang Tago, clearly stating that it's a blatant violation of human rights, and that to children's rights also. Class 8 students, they are just how many of 13, 14 or 15 years old. Inhuman torture being meted out in the name of ragging. physical and mental torture is quite a big issue, Priya. So we hope that the authorities will finally wake up after these notices from the Human Rights Commission and take some decisive and path-breaking action which will create and set an example and set an example for the days to come. Priya.
See, Ripunjay, the parents of the victims, they have already withdrawn their FIR. So, where are the victims at this point in time? You know, are they in the school or they have gone back home because, and how's their condition? Because they have gone through a mental trauma.
Yes, Priya, definitely their mental agony, mental trauma is quite big in nature. Although these physical wounds will heal with the passage of time, but this mental agony, mental trauma through which they went during this inhuman torture being meted out to them by their seniors, that will definitely take some time. Priya, some of the students are in the boarding itself, since their homes are quite far away. The guardians cannot take them if they want also to do that. And some of the who are from nearby, they have taken their wards for 1 or 2 days at least for some kind of mental nursing. Because these young students, they do not want to come to the school also now, as we are being informed, because of this so much of mental agony they went through, and that too at a very tender age, Priya. And definitely it will take, as I said, it will take time to heal off this entire episode of mental torture being meted out to them, Priya.
Right, Ripunjay Das, thank you so much for all those details.
Entertainment's Private Limited presents Northeast Diva 2024. This time, create your legacy. Be the next Northeast Diva. Apply online at www.northeastdiva.com or visit us at News Live Building, Mahapurush Sri Srimanta Shankar Dev Park, Christian Basti, Guwahati 5. For more information, contact 7099014482.
পতঞ্জলিৰ বিশুদ্ধ সৰিয়হৰ তেলৰ সৈতে প্ৰতিটো পৰিয়ালৰে এয়াই কাহিনী। এই তেলৰ তীব্ৰতা এনেকুৱা যে বৈ আহে চকুৰে পানী, আৰু সোৱাদ এনে যে মুখলৈকে লৈ আহে পানী। সোৱাদ আৰু বিশুদ্ধতাৰ সংযোগ পতঞ্জলি সৰিয়হৰ তেল।
গ্লিচাৰিনৰ সফটনেছ, স্যাভলনৰ সুৰক্ষা। এতিয়া 4 টকাৰ চাবোন মাত্ৰ 100 টকাত। স্যাভলন।
ICFI University, Tripura.
News to keep you ahead. Evening Prime, every day at 7 p.m.
Calling all stunning beauties from Northeast. Get ready to shine as Northeast Diva 2024 returns. Pride East Entertainment's Private Limited presents Northeast Diva 2024. Apply online at www.northeastdiva.com or visit us at News Live Building, Mahapurush Sri Srimanta Shankar Dev Park, Christian Basti, Guwahati 5. For more information, contact 7099014482.
News to keep you ahead. Evening Prime, every day at 7 p.m.
Pride East Entertainment's Private Limited presents Northeast Diva 2024. This time, create your legacy. Be the next Northeast Diva. Apply online at www.northeastdiva.com or visit us at News Live Building, Mahapurush Sri Srimanta Shankar Dev Park, Christian Basti, Guwahati 5. For more information, contact 7099014482.
News to keep you ahead. Evening Prime, every day at 7 p.m.
Royal Global University presents News Headlines. पढ़ेगा नॉर्थ ईस्ट तभी तो बढ़ेगा नॉर्थ ईस्ट।
असम के चिकित्सक दंपति संगीता दत्त और वालिउल इस्लाम की बढ़ी मुश्किलें। एडॉप्टेड बच्चों पर किए गए शारीरिक उत्पीड़न के खिलाफ पॉक्सो अदालत में फ्रेम हुआ चार्ज। दोषी पाए जाने पर आजीवन कारावास। ठकुआखाना मर्डर केस की गुत्थी अनसुलझी, केस सीआईडी के हवाले। सीएम ने दिए जहांगीर की मौत और सुनील गोगोई की खोज में तीव्र अभियान के निर्देश। कटे सर की तलाश अभी भी जारी, पर कोई सुराग नहीं। लोकसभा चुनाव के बाद असम के मूल निवासियों पर बढ़ रहे अल्पसंख्यकों के हमले पर सीएम हेमंत बिश्व शर्मा की कड़ी चेतावनी। ऐसे हमले नहीं किए जाएंगे बर्दाश्त, दोषियों के खिलाफ होगी कड़ी कार्रवाई। तिपरा समझौते पर कार्यवाही की धीमी गति से नाराज तिपरा मोथा। भाजपा के साथ गठबंधन पर पुनर्विचार करने का दिया संकेत। पंचायत चुनाव के साथ टीटीएएडीसी उपचुनाव और ग्राम परिषद के चुनाव कराए जाने की भी मांग। सिक्किम में बाढ़ और भूस्खलन में सबसे